It is the year 1182 in Assisi, a small town in Italy. It is in this setting that we meet Pia, a kind young woman who was expecting her first child. Yes, she was very happy, but she felt that there was something different. The presence of her little son in her womb seemed to bring a silent invitation to become more involved with the gospel. She invites the monk to her home to learn more about the teachings of Jesus.
The way Jesus lived his life is the answer to all our problems.
12 years later, in the same city, we meet Hortolana, a young woman also very religious, who was expecting a sweet baby girl. In her prayers, she hears that a light brighter than the day itself would be born. And that is how her little daughter came to be called Clara. The years went by, and now we see the young Francis, Pia's son.
Let me carry this basket of clothes for you, ma'am.
Son, you don't need to take those clothes downstairs. In a little while, Joanna will come up and get all the clothes that need to be washed.
But for Francis, serving others was something that made him radiant.
Mr. Genaro, let me take it inside the shop for you. Wow, that basket of clothes was really heavy to carry. Mom, I brought these groceries for you.
He loved helping so much that he was always attentive and sensitive to his mother's needs with the housework.
Thank you, son. But your father doesn't like to see you in the kitchen.
Wherever he was, Francis did everything he could to put himself at the service of others, always aiming to help someone. At his father's shop, he helped those who worked there with joy and dedication. At school, Francis also knew how to help. He noticed the needs around him and shared what he had with his friends.
Francis, can I borrow your notes later? I forgot my materials at home. Giacomo, you can keep my materials. I have a spare set.
Around that time, some men from Assisi were planning to invade Perugia, a nearby city. And Francis's father quickly took action to see his son become a knight.
Your time has come, my son.
Wanting to make his father happy, Francis set out for his place, the war. They won the battle, but he was not happy. Being at war, being a knight, this was his father's dream. But it brought no peace to his heart. On his return to Assisi, nature seemed to invite him to look deeper within himself and reflect on his path. Some time later, the men from Perugia, who had lost the war, returned, and the conflict began anew. Francis was once again called to fight, but this time his opponents won, and he, along with other men, was taken captive. While in prison, Francisco became a brother and a friend to other prisoners. After a year, his father manages to pay for his ransom, and Francis finally returns home.
My son,
He returns to his daily routine.
Good morning, Miss Clara. Can I help you?
good morning, thank you very much. And
Meet the young Clara. Just as her mother had heard during her pregnancy, she grew into a kind and humble-hearted young woman. Even though she was rich and possessed many things, Clara shared what she had, offering bread and her care to those who suffered. She was going even to the homes of those in need.
I need to visit Mr. Alfredo and Mrs. Angelica.
And like a friend, she dined with them, sharing her own food. Around this time, Francis will go to Rome seeking answers. He thirsted for the gospel. and thought that there he could find more about the teachings of Jesus. At the church door, he feels he will find Jesus in the people who need help.
Good afternoon, sir. Can I help you?
Francisco helps everyone with his money, but something else happens. Deeply moved by the pain of these people, he exchanges clothes with one of them. He gives everything he has. Upon his return, his mother quickly covers him so his father wouldn't see their son dressed that way.
Francisco, what happened? What are those clothes?
However, even with his new clothes, something inside Francisco had changed. One day, while taking a walk, he encounters a leper. And what once caused him fear and repulsion had now been transformed.
Thank you, sir. My hands hurt a lot. That's why I couldn't get up. My son, I had a dream that showed me the future. I saw you as a knight.
Once again wanting to serve his father, Francisco goes to enlist to take part in a new battle. While he was on his way, his mind was elsewhere. He was deeply reflecting on what to do to change the course of his life.
And that night, something happened that would forever change his path.
Francisco, who is better to serve? The master or the servant? The Lord. The Lord.
Dia Jesus nos lembrou, vós sois a luz do mundo. Seu convite nos alcançou e desde então nunca nos deixou. Muito tempo se passou, mas sua voz ainda se faz presente. Brilha a vossa luz, é Jesus quem nos fala novamente. Que nossa alma seja um espelho da sua vontade e do seu caminho, que é santo e perfeito, e que nunca será esquecido. Construindo nossa obra interior, que seja um reflexo da tua luz, dando testemunho do seu amor, nosso amado Senhor Jesus. Construindo nossa obra interior, que seja um reflexo da tua luz, dando testemunho do seu amor, nosso amado Senhor.